Today, I will be trading Tyreek Hill every single year for the next 5 years to see how many Super Bowls he can win with different NFL teams. So year number 1 of this simulation, we are going to start with the Miami Dolphins. We're going to keep him on the team that he's actually on right now. At the beginning of the year, we're not going to be going 9 weeks into the season. Where they're at right now, there's going to be a simulation from the beginning of the year. See if Tyreek Hill can lead the Miami Dolphins to a Super Bowl win. And right after the season, I'll be using a random wheel to send Tyreek Hill to a new NFL team, and he cannot be on the same team twice. I will also be skipping to the end of the season, checking out the record, checking out Tyreek Hill's stats, and then if we have some playoff games, we will jump into some live simulations. So the Dolphins missed the playoffs here in year number 1, and let's go ahead and actually take a look at the stats for Tyreek Hill, because I'm surprised they actually did not make the playoffs. Tyreek Hill only had 1,120 receiving yards on this team, which makes absolutely no sense because in real life, he's on pace to break like the receiving record of all time, over 2,000 yards receiving in real life. So Madden, not realistic at all. When it comes to the stats, I couldn't even manually put these in, even if I wanted to. I would have to hope that Madden actually allowed me to start the season at week 10, where we are in the regular season right now. But the earliest you can do that is at week 1. So they haven't updated that the entire year. So Tyreek, only with 1,100 yards, definitely didn't win any awards because of that, so it's time to trade him already to the next team. So now it is time to trade Tyreek Hill to his first team besides the Dolphins. We have to trade him to 4 different teams, and again, he can't be on the same team more than twice, but he can go to the Chiefs because he's not on the Chiefs in this simulation. So here we go. Which team is Tyreek Hill going to be playing for this next season? Looks like it could be the Ravens. Lamar and Tyreek, that is going to be very fun. So the Ravens desperately needed a number 1 wide receiver. They finally have one. Tyreek Hill, 97 overall. Obviously, you have Mark Andrews here as well at the tight end spot. 98 overall. Lamar Jackson, 94 X Factor. The offensive line is decent. It's not amazing. It's not great. It's not horrible. And then you have Devin Duvernay. You have Rashad Bateman as well to help out Tyreek Hill at the wide receiver position. Then on defense, Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Williams, Roquan Smith. So some decent pieces, Marcus Peters. So the Ravens have a solid roster, but I'm expecting big things from Tyreek and Lamar. Instead of going all the way to the end of the regular season this time, I stopped at mid-season because I want to see how good the Ravens are doing. They're 4-3. They're tied with the Bengals for the lead in the division, so they might have to play for the division instead of the wild card, but we'll see how that's shaking up towards the end of the season. But let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here for Tyreek Hill. I'm hoping he's doing a lot better this time around. But Lamar only has 1,400 passing yards, and Tyreek only has 416 through 7 games. That is not good. I expected way bigger things from Lamar Jackson and Tyreek Hill. Lamar's 32nd in the league in passing touchdowns and 30th in passer rating. That is not good. So I don't think I've ever seen this before in any simulation ever, or in the real NFL, anything like that. Every single team in the AFC North is 9-7. Every single team, and the Ravens are actually at the bottom, which leads me to believe they've lost pretty much every division game. Yeah, they're 2-4 in the division. So if they want a chance, they need every other team in the division, the Browns, Bengals, and Steelers, to lose in week 18, and they're not playing any of those teams. What's the playoff picture like? Who has the wild cards? So it looks like the Steelers, Bengals, and Browns are in. So maybe if one of them lose and the Ravens win, they can make the playoffs as a wild card team, because somehow all 3 of them are in the playoffs at 9-7. So here we go. You need to beat a 6-10 Denver Broncos team. Can you make the playoffs here? You get in, the Ravens win. They play the Chiefs in the wild card round. We are going to see Tyreek Hill on the Ravens here. They wound up getting the 6th seed, but we need to check out the stats for Tyreek Hill. Did they pick it up in the second half of the season? What is Lamar doing now? 3,600 passing yards, so basically doubled his total that he had in the first half and a little bit more. He's still 29th in the league in passing touchdowns, though. Tyreek Hill did not even cross 1,000 yards receiving. That is unbelievable. So I do want to see at least a play here for Tyreek on this team with the Ravens, and then we'll go ahead and we'll super sim this pretty much to the end. But we have Tyreek at the top of the screen. Lamar goes to Mark Andrews, though. We'll give it one more play, but there is Tyreek. Looks like he's wearing the number 1 right here instead of his normal number 10. I forget exactly who's number 10 on the Ravens. That might have took his number. Will Lamar go to him on a 3rd and 6? Can we see Tyreek make a catch here? Lamar. Looks like he's firing for Tyreek. It goes his way, but it's broken up. but we did get to see a play to Tyreek at least. Now we are going to simulate to the end of the game. Can they make it to the divisional round, or are the Ravens going home? So far it's 14-0 Chiefs. Not looking very good. Is this Tyreek's return to Kansas City as well? I don't know if he's played the Chiefs since he went to Miami and now the Ravens, and they are getting blown out. They are saying, why did you leave, Tyreek? Now you lose by 40 points. So the Ravens go home. Tyreek at least makes the playoffs in year 2. You know the deal now. It's time to send Tyreek to his 3rd team of the video. Ravens didn't work out, but at least they made the playoffs. The Dolphins didn't do that. But now let's see, can we get him on a real Super Bowl contender? The Cardinals. I don't know what to think about the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know what D-Hop's doing at this point. Is Kyler taking a step forward? Should be another interesting team, though, looking to make a playoff push. Now, this is a stacked lineup offensively. The offensive line is terrible. That could be a problem for Arizona. But the offense itself, Tyreek at wide receiver 1, D-Hop wide receiver 2, Hollywood Brown wide receiver 3, and then you have Allen Robinson at wide receiver 4. Tyler Algier looks like he came from the Atlanta Falcons here. I'm not sure if free agency or trade as the lead running back. James Conner in the backfield. Kyler Murray as an 86 overall as the quarterback for this team. But it does look like Tyreek lost his X factor somehow after 2 bad seasons. I hope he gets that back this season. Then for the defense, we have Buda Baker X factor up. As for the rest of the team, you have Murphy at an 85 overall. So the offensive weapons in terms of wide receiver and a good quarterback are there. The rest of the team are not looking great. Cardinals aren't playing too good. Only 2-4, so their chance at a playoff push might be in jeopardy here. They're last place in the NFC West. They have to have a really good second half of the season. It is not going great for Tyreek Hill here. And again, Kyler Murray. What's with the quarterbacks that Tyreek Hill plays for? They can't pass the ball at all. 1,400 yards passing, 379 yards is the leading receiver 6 games in for this Cardinals team. It's Hollywood Brown, not even Tyreek, under 400 yards. D-Hop, Hill, and Brown, 300 plus yards apiece, but not more than 400 yards. That is not good. The Cardinals aren't going to the playoffs. They're 6-10. Their season's over. They have 1 more game to go, so I would like to jump in just for a minute to see Tyreek Hill on this team. It must be the offensive line. That has to be the problem here for Arizona. Their O-line was absolutely terrible. In my opinion, that has to be the problem. That's why they were so bad this year, because they have the offensive pieces. How is an offensive D-Hop, Hollywood Brown, and Tyreek Hill not one of the best passing offenses in the entire league? But Kyler Murray, 3rd and 2. If he doesn't pass it to Tyreek here, I'm going to jump in quick and I'm going to throw it to Tyreek. Don't get sacked. Kyler, what are we doing there? The offensive line not looking good, but what was that? See if we can put him on a streak. There we go. Pass lead it inside and a catch for Tyreek Hill. That's more yards passing or more yards receiving for Tyreek in that 1 reception that he basically had all year, it looks like, on this team. Ooh, I thought he should have been able to catch that right there. Kyler, a little bit of a bad pass. Try to get him 1 more catch. I got to go deep to him. We have Tyreek Hill. Why not send him on a streak? Send him all the way down the field and just air it out. See if he can catch it. Oh, actually, I thought he was just running a streak. I did not realize he was running that type of streak. That's on me. So Tyreek actually did have a better second half of the season. He did eclipse 1,000 yards passing after the season, 82 receptions. He did have 7 touchdowns. So actually not a bad season. It was better than the one in Baltimore, but the team was just not good whatsoever. Okay, team number 4 of the simulation. 2 more to go. Which team is Tyreek going to? And I forgot to turn on my game volume when we just jumped into that, so I do apologize. He's going back to the Dolphins, so that can't work. We can't get traded to the same exact team or one of the teams we've used in the simulation. Is he going to go to Cincinnati? I think this should be a playoff contender. He's going to have another good team with Joe Burrow, a very good quarterback. Jamar Chase, is T. Higgins still there? This should be really good. This is the best team Tyreek's been on, probably since the Dolphins, if not better than the Dolphins. Look at this offense, at least the pieces again. Hopefully the offensive line can play a little bit better for Joe Burrow this year. We do have 2 80-pluses in La'el Collins and Jay Williams. Honestly, not exactly sure who that is. We do have Tyreek Hill, obviously, 97 overall. Joe Mixon in the backfield, 95. He has a superstar ability. Joe Burrow, 95 X Factor. Jamar Chase, 97 overall X Factor. T. Higgins, 91 at wide receiver 3. You have Russell Gage, wide receiver 4 at an 80. And Tyler Boyd with a superstar ability at an 86. And then we take a look at the defense. The defense isn't amazing. You do have Trey Hendrickson, which is really good. You have Jesse Bates, who's amazing as well. Awuzie, how is Jesse Bates not like a superstar or an X Factor? I don't know that. And Von Bell, so a solid defense. This team's only 4-3. Not exactly sure why. They have a very good roster. But Joe Burrow is first in the league in passing yards. Can we get a really good season out of Tyreek? Okay, 641 yards through 7 games. They still have 10 more to play. So we can get 1,500 yards. It's actually possible. Tyler Boyd, 561. Chase, 395. I have high hopes for this team. I think they should be able to make the playoffs and get a decent playoff push with Joe Burrow first in the league in passing yards, first in passing touchdowns, and fourth with passer rating. Now, this is what I like to see. Bengals are first in their division. I'm not sure what seed they are. We're going to check that out right now. They do play the Steelers right now. They're the 3 seed. They have to beat the Steelers to win the division. I'm not sure if they lose, if they get the tiebreaker, but we'd rather them just win. I do think if they lose, they should still make the playoffs as a wild card team. So let's just go ahead. Let's simulate it. What are the Bengals doing? They're going to the playoffs. Are they going to win the division? They're definitely going to win the division. They're 12-5, and they will host the Bills in the first round. Joe Burrow threw for 5,700 yards, first in the league. He was first in passing touchdowns, and I think fourth in passer rating. So this offense was explosive. This is what I was waiting for. 49 touchdowns for Burrow. And there it is. 1,500 yards for Tyreek. The man still has it. He just had to get on a team with a very good quarterback that was actually going to throw him the ball. You had Jamar Chase go for 1,300 as well. T. Higgins, I'm not sure who this is. This is an auto-generated player tight end, go for 750. So Joe Burrow had an insane season. No doubt in my mind Joe Burrow won MVP. Let's check that out. I can bet Joe Burrow won MVP. Yes, he did. Okay. This is it. If Tyreek Hill wants to go back to the Super Bowl, I think this is his best chance to do it with this team. I don't think he's on the field, though, for some reason. There's Joe Burrow. He's hitting T. Higgins. T. Higgins with a nice catch right there. But I want to see Tyreek Hill on the field. Can we get Tyreek on the field? I'm not sure. I think that's Jamar. Oh, Tyreek might be at the top. I don't think he has a superstar ability. I forgot about that. Joe Mixon to the outside. We're not going to watch too much here. I just want him to throw the ball once to Tyreek. I'm actually going to jump in here. I'm going to throw one ball to Tyreek, and then we're going to jump out and simulate to the end of this game. Can I just get like a screen to Tyreek? Doesn't look like that's in the playbook for the Bengals here. I'm just going to have him run a drag route, and he's rocking the number 13. I'm surprised I didn't put him back to an X Factor with 1,500 yards this season. But there's Tyreek. Jamar threw a block. There goes Tyreek. Down the sideline. One juke back towards the numbers. That's a big pickup for Tyreek. Now let's see if the Bengals could win it. Bills making a 1-score game, but the Bengals answer with a touchdown. And they will be moving on to the divisional round. Tyreek's moving on to the playoffs. In the divisional, I think it's the 2-seeded Indianapolis Colts. I have no idea who's on this team besides Jonathan Taylor at a 99 overall, but we're jumping in again. I don't know why, but I just feel like I would be surprised if the Bengals lost to this Colts team. I don't know who's on it, but I just feel like I would be surprised. 14-10 Bengals, 21-10 Bengals. Send Tyreek to the AFC Championship. Is it going to be Chiefs versus Bengals in the championship game? This one's over. 32 points. 63 points for the Bengals. Talk about a statement in the divisional. That would be the most points scored ever in a playoff game. That's unbelievable. 63 points. I got to see how many points or how many receiving yards did Tyreek Hill have. How many passing yards? Joe Burrow only had 393. Can I take a look at Tyreek Hill's stats right here? Tyreek Hill in this game only had 64 yards receiving. They had 63 points. I was just predicting that we were going to play the Chiefs in the next round. I didn't even realize they didn't make the playoffs. It was the Chargers as the 1 seed, but the Raiders knocked them off. So the Bengals are going to host the 10-7 Las Vegas Raiders with a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Can the Bengals finish the job in the AFC? It's 7-3 Bengals. It's 14-3 Bengals. It's 17-3 Bengals. Raiders finally answer. They answer twice. Oh no. But the Bengals do bounce back and the Raiders take the lead. They're going back and forth right now. Offenses are clicking. 31-26 Raiders. 34-26. I'm jumping in. It's 26-34. Joe Burrow needs a touchdown here and a 2-point conversion to tie this game up. Don't choke it, Joe. Don't choke it, Tyreek and the Bengals. Go to the Super Bowl. Plenty of time for Joe. It's Jamar Chase. It's a touchdown and a gritty. We got a gritty in the video. That means we got to drop a like on the video for the gritty. If there's a gritty in a video, there's a like for the video. So if you guys are enjoying, make sure to drop a like. I don't normally ask for likes, but we hit a gritty, and I didn't even try to do it. But now they need the 2-point conversion. They need the 2-point conversion to tie this one up. If not, the Raiders need 1 first down to end it in the AFC Championship and go to the Super Bowl. Is he going to look for Tyreek? wide open. I don't even know who that is, but wide open. It's tied in the championship game. 31 seconds left for the Raiders here at the Bengals 46. They have to hold up. Derek Carr, can he clutch up? Waller's out there. Devontae's out there. Where's he looking? He was looking for Devontae, but it's actually going to be incomplete. I don't think Daniel Carlson can hit from here. I don't think he can send the Raiders to the Super Bowl from the 46-yard line. What would that be, like a 63-yard kick? Something like that. I guess they'll try if they don't get this. Derek Carr passing it, obviously. He has plenty of time. A sack would have been huge. He gets the ball to Davante Adams, and that's a backbreaker for the Bengals. If you're a Bengals fan, if you're a Tyreek fan, if you're rooting for him to get a Super Bowl, that's an absolute backbreaker of a catch by Davante Adams. Josh Jacobs just going to carry this football. Are they going to take this down to the 3 and kick the field goal? Yep, here we go. Timeout's called by the Raiders. They're icing their own kicker. Can they miss? Okay, now Zach Taylor's going to call his timeout to ice Daniel Carlson. Will the Raiders be going to the Super Bowl, or will Tyreek Hill and the Bengals get a chance with the ball back? Will he miss this? I'm not sure how long this is. It's up. Is it good? It's good. And Tyreek Hill is stopped in the championship game. On the bright side, though, for Tyreek Hill, he had a 1,500-plus yard receiving season, got back to a 99 overall, and he made it to the AFC Championship game for the first time since he was a Kansas City Chief. But we need one more team for Tyreek, and which team is that going to be? It's the Dolphins. They really want him to come back to the Dolphins, but you can't come back to the Dolphins, Tyreek. You've already been there this video. Is he going to Patriots? He is going to go to New England. I don't know. For his last year, we'll see. Patriots have a solid roster, actually. Better than I thought. Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield. Now they have Tyreek, 98 overall. They have Tyler Lockett, Juju, 86 pluses in their own right. They have a couple other receivers. They have Hunter Henry, 87 overall tight end. The offensive line is actually one of the better offensive lines that a Tyreek Hill team has had the entire video. Mac Jones is an 82. And then the defense is pretty good. You have Duggar, 87 overall superstar ability. You have Macklin, an auto-generated guy, but he's an X-Factor, 91 overall. You have Bentley at the linebacker spot, 85 overall. And then you have Hill as well. So a pretty solid roster all around for the Patriots. Well, it's not looking too pretty for the Patriots to start the season. Despite the good offensive weapons and pretty solid offensive line, they are 1-5, worst in the AFC East. And if we take a look at the stats, I don't think Tyreek's going to have a great receiving season. With Mac Jones instead of Joe Burrow, he's 29th in the NFL in passing yards, and Joe Burrow was first last year. So definitely going to be a downgrade of a season here for Tyreek Hill. Only 276 yards receiving for Tyreek halfway through. The Patriots actually had a pretty solid second half of the season. They're 7-9 going into their last game against the Jets. So let's jump in for a couple plays with Tyreek. So we do have Tyreek Hill as a superstar ability. I can put him on any single route that I want. So there's Mac Jones hitting him here, and there goes Tyreek Hill. Wow. Tyreek first play with Tyreek Hill that I use him on the Patriots. Just got him like a 75-yard touchdown towards his stats. So the Patriots wind up going 8-9, which actually isn't bad since they started 1-5. Let's see if Tyreek Hill's stats were the reason for that. Okay, Mac went to 20th in the NFL in passing instead of 29th, and he had over 4,000 passing yards, but Tyreek only going to have 864 receiving yards with 59 receptions. Did have 8 touchdowns, though, and that's going to do it for Tyreek Hill's 5-year simulation. That's going to do it for the video, everyone. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and make sure to go check out my other channels, which are in the description down below, but I'll talk to you all in the next video. Peace.